Good morning, Cam in West Deptford, New Jersey. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I would like to thank you for your repeat business. You had gotten one pair of the RayBan 2140 original Wayfarer color 901, which is the classic shiny black in the 50 eye size, and you like them so much you got a second pair from me. So let's go ahead and take everything out of the original packaging as RayBan sends it to me. Your Italian leather RayBan case, RayBan cleaning cloth with junk mail, and a little brochure about the icons. There it is, the Wayfarer. There's the Aviator. You can flip through, you can read about all their classic iconic frames. I'm going to put all this back in there so you make sure you receive the original packaging. And of course this is the star of the show, the main attraction. It is the classic. It comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together when it is being shipped from Italy. And of course I will put that on there when I ship to you. This is, as I mentioned, the RayBan 2140, which happens to be the number for the original Wayfarer, color 901, classic shiny black, 50 eye size, which is 50 millimeters from the corner of this lens to the corner of that side, and of course 22 millimeters from the corner of this lens to the corner of that lens. Let me take the original lenses out, which is a little bit of a challenge. Use a little bit of this heat here. I've had a request, someone wanted to see what I do. It adds a little bit of time onto the video, but I'll be able to shave some time off doing some other things. So this is essentially a hair dryer. It takes cold air in from this side, heats it up, blows it out that way. I want to clean. Don't worry, this is one I just used. It's not... It's what I used to clean up some other things. That has not been used for anything unsanitary. I just always clean up before every videos, and there's no need to be wasteful. I'm the king of recycling. Got my recycling bag right down there, so I don't have to go far to do that. Yeah, so I'll throw my Schwarf onto the floor because I don't want to go over here, but I'll bend over to put recycling in there because it's all about the kids. Got to leave the planet in a better place than where I started. So that is the frame, the classic hipster. I'm going to install your lenses. I've already pulled the shape up from the previous one I did. Has all your measurements, the optical center height, so we're going to duplicate that and make everything identical. I need to get your lenses prepped. So this your right eye is -2, -1 1/4 at 180. I'm going to make sure everything is zeroed out. Put the axis wheel on 180. I assume this is the right lens. This is marked left, so we will see. Put the power drum on -2. Put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view. Find the optical center of your lens. Check your astigmatism correction. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Look how easily those 3 dots go on there. And this is the right lens. Before I was having trouble with the lensometer. Of course, everyone wants to claim mechanical failure. In my case, it was pilot error. I was using the wrong ink. I now have the right ink, and you see how well that works. Let's do everything on the left. I don't have to change the axis wheel. I just have to change the power drum to -150. Your prescription reads -150, -150 at 180. Find the optical center of the lens. Let's check your astigmatism correction, -3, so that is perfect. Get everything ever so slightly lined up. Put 3 dots on your lenses. And let me put an L on here for left. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. You know you weren't getting away without a bad joke somewhere. This is a block. I'm going to attach these to your lens. Put the first one there. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. I'm going to line up that magnet there. And your pupillary distance is still programmed. Now this is unique. Your pupillary distance for your right eye, 34, 29.5 for the left. Rarely are people the same in both eyes, although it does happen. It's more common for people to be different, but usually it's only a difference of 1 or 2 millimeters, never 4.5, but I will customize and make these perfect for you. Your PD 34 for the right, optical center for the left. Now the reason the 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there, that your astigmatism correction is lined up perfectly. We're going to get all that where it's supposed to be. Hit that button, and the arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which will be played by the left lens today. Line up the magnet, put that in there. Pupillary distance of 29.5, same optical center height. Get everything lined up where it is supposed to go, and hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses, and you can make your own bad jokes. You want to use this guy with the 2 thumbs to do it for you. So, 2 left thumbs. So, I have, well, let's wake up the computer. Let's grab the stylus. 754, that was the previous number. Now, I made a note previously that I cut your right lens down 0.30, so I'm going to do that 0.3 of a millimeter because of the deep bevel here. These are polycarbonate lenses. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I'm only going to put a safety bevel on the rear of the lens. Let's go ahead and put the right lens in here, squeeze that on there, and hit start. The door closes, the clamp's going to shut, making a terrible sound because it is dry. The gasket is dry. It's the first one of the day being cut, first one of the day being shipped, and it's going around tracing the shape of the right side of the lens. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you shouldn't have any in this frame with your prescription. Now this is the classic original Wayfarer, model number 2140. It has the classic pantoscopic tilt. Most glasses are a little bit more vertical than that. This was originally designed in 1952, and it has adorned the faces of presidents, musicians, poets, and some really cool people like Cam along the way. As an example, I am wearing the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer. Original Wayfarer 2140, new Wayfarer 2132. So the biggest thing is you can see mine are a little bit more vertical. They took that pantoscopic tilt out. So they both have what I call the shark fin temple. It looks like a little shark fin poking up there. Almost the same temple. Mine is a little bit further back. Yours is a little bit more forward. That's about the difference in the 2 frames. They both cost relatively the same amount. This, although, has triple barrel hinges. I don't know if you can see that, but there are 4 hinges on the front of the frame, 3 on the actual temple. When I say hinges, there's 3 of these on the frame itself. Well, I can't do, well, maybe I can do. There's 4. Okay, let's try this again. The battery died. I had a backup battery. You have 4 hinges, almost like a belt loop on the front. You have 3 on the temple that fit into here, and then the screw goes together. So you can almost drive over this thing with a tank and not hurt it. This is such a well-built frame. Now, nothing on God's green earth is unbreakable, but this one will take more abuse than just about any other frame out there. So, that is cutting. Almost done. The water is spraying onto the lens. It does that for the last 20 seconds. The polycarbonate cycle. Well, for polycarbonate lenses, just to wash away any optical debris. Now a little spinning disc is coming out to put the safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. And this should fit first time around, with everything being identical. Same lenses, same prescription, same add-on features. The transition's green, so they will match the green lens. This will be cool. I'll show you that in just a little while. Let's pop that out, dry everything off. Run my thumbnail around to get any optical sawdust off the edge of your lens. Let's go ahead and pop it in on the outside and then push down. Hang on, hang on. Is this going to go in first time around? No, I'm going to take it down some more. Okay, let's do that. Maybe being the first one of the day, the humidity, spring is coming. It is Monday, March 18th. I promise you spring will be here. It may be snowing, but it will be spring. Spring will happen this week. What, in about another 3 days? Yes. So it's still 37 degrees in my hometown at 8:36 in the morning. There's a small little school in my town by the name of Duke University. They happen to be a #1 seed. In fact, if I may brag, the ACC has 3 #1 seeds in the big dance, the NCAA men's basketball bracket. Back to the safety bevel. Then we'll see if it fits this time around. If not, we'll take it down some more. We're gonna make this mo better. Or my name ain't Seymour Better. I got the lowest price in unpainted bedroom furniture than anyone in Arizona. Okay, I'm going old school with that. Old school. Drum roll please for the door to open. There we go. Why yes, I am still caffeinated. I have had coffee very recently, as a matter of fact. Okay, press that on there firmly. Let's see if this fits in there this time around. Come on, you. Okay, so this is one time. I say I rarely do it, but I'm going to do it on this frame because it is so thick. I'm going to heat it up just a little bit. The 2140 notoriously has a very deep bevel in the frame. So I'm heating it up so it just goes in there a little easier. There we go. There we go. Let's do the same thing. We're going to flip that over to the left lens. Press that on there firmly. Hit start. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced. The clamp shuts quieter this time since it's a little wetter. And it's going to be traced again by the two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know where to place the bevel so you have no edge thickness. Look at that. Look at that with your prescription in this frame. So let's go ahead and take this block off. Use my hand-approved drying method, throw that in there, add the sticker to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here. I do not have to turn the axis wheel. It is still on 180. I'm going to put it in just over that black dot and read the power, and I am getting -2, exactly on the 2. That's because your prescription -2, -1 1/4 at 180. -2 means that you have 2 full diopters of far-sighted correction. You are nearsighted with your glasses off. Everything is much too large. So that's why there's a minus sign. Your lens will minify down to the correct size. You need 8 steps of minification. Now once everything is the correct size, we have to correct for the cylinder, which is abbreviation for astigmatism. Once this gets everything the correct size, uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look like the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. I'm going to turn that fine-tune knob to 180, starting at 0, going past 90 to 180. And let's check for that. That's what makes everything nice and crisp. And we are at, there it is, -3 1/4. 1 tick mark going towards 4. Why 3 1/4? Well, if you did loan someone $2, then loan them another $1.25, they would owe you $3.25. That's where we're at, $3.25 in the red. Now, these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. It tells us the actual powers of the eye. This number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, and it's actually rather odd that it's the same number. That is rare, extremely rare, that someone, you have a 1 in 180 chance of being in the same number, and you nailed it this time, Cam. You need to play these numbers in the lottery. Speaking of which, is now $550 million, over $500 million. But I'm sorry, folks, I'm winning it, and then you'll never hear from me again. Now, your left eye, you only need 6 steps of far-sighted correction, but you also need a matching 6 steps of astigmatic correction. We're going to end up with a -3. Even I can do that math. 150 and 150 is 3. Now, this frame sells for $150. I gave a little bit of a discount on the second pair. Your lenses were $114.99. The Crizal Sapphire is $139.99 for a total of $404.98. Hard to believe that this lens is going to end up the same color as this lens. Actually, it's not hard to believe. I do it all the time. Just stay tuned. So your lens is on the bevel wheel, getting the V-shaped bevel cut into the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Water has begun to spray onto the lens. It does that for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that may happen to be on the edge of your lens while it is cutting. And actually, I want to mark this time on this pair, for your final paperwork, I'm taking it down 50. We'll see if we have to take it down anymore for the left. And open. I always like to wash away any part of the dots on the lenses I can to keep any chemicals away from the frame itself. So we're going to tuck this in at the outside corner, and that pops in there easily. Okay, take that off, dry that off, put the sticker right there, come down here, look, still got a dot left, come down here to the lensometer, still on 180, put it in over the black dot, and we are getting minus 150, minus 150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2. Let's check your astigmatism correction. The final value is 3. How about that? 150 and 150 is 3. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned there's free shipping. Of course, this purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And West Deptford, New Jersey is still in the U.S. But I need to check your pupillary distance. 34 plus 29.5 is 63.5. So I'm going to turn the... Oh, is that right? Hang on. Where's my calculator? I can't do math this early in the morning. 34 plus 29.5. 63.5. Hey, how about that? I was actually right for once. Okay, let's turn the card around. When I place the PD stick against your right lens, then we hold it up to the left lens. It's a big blur, but at 63.5 in the middle of it. So, but as I mentioned, this is the portion in every lens that as I clean your lenses, I will get these in standard alignment. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'll show you that in just a moment. I am part of that 80%. But if you just stop by your local optical shop and tell them if it's too loose or too tight or high on one side, they will know what to do. 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. So it only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. But I want to go ahead and get it in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. Flip this over, press down, no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly and that neither temple is askew, or else I would straighten that back out. You're getting a yellow cleaning cloth this time, Cam. I like to change it up. He got a different color last time, I believe. At least that's what I'm thinking. The coffee wouldn't lie to me. Coffee understands me. Coffee keeps me out of prison. But, so this is what your lenses look like clear. We're going to go ahead and activate them, meaning I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of light to make them look like the graphite green lens. So as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now this is important, Cam. Pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why transition lenses don't get dark in a car. Now the transitions extra active will get about 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield. Now if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, these will darken. The other thing about transition signature 7 lenses is they do not get as dark when it's 85 and above as they will when it's 85 and below. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. So this is the first time they've been activated. I think that's pretty good. How about you? It turns into the same RayBan graphite green lens that originally came in the frame. Pretty good. And of course, as I keep talking, they're going to get lighter and lighter. I'm good at that. I can just keep talking all day, especially when I'm all by myself and no one's listening to me. But if you like what you've seen, you want to hear me ramble on some more, you can follow me or just subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com, on Twitter as freerxlenses. If you have any questions, you can hit the contact me button on the website, or you can email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Or better yet, I ask everyone to leave a question or comment in the comment section below. And that way everyone else will be able to benefit from reading that. So Cam in West Deptford, New Jersey, I appreciate your repeat purchase. You must have the practical side of you liked them so much. You got a same pair. The frame's so nice you had to buy it twice. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.